Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to 144,000 men that's pushing it, believing this word on all true sincerity, and sacrifice their lives and wills to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father name is Yahweh, His only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai. And Lord, when this video edify, cooking straight to the point. This video right here will be entitled, Iran attacks Israel. Now, I'm doing this video, after count. This morning, we've got news reports that, brothers probably did some videos on it already, but we got news reports that Iran attacked Israel. And, if you don't know by now, that realistically World War III has started already. It's in small stages, but, we all know the prophecies that needs to take, the prophecy that needs to take place before World War III fully, in full scale and full swing goes. We need the MOTB to come and, obviously, we ready to get out of here like to yesterday, but this is the things that Yahweh Shai prophesied about. These are the things Ezra was shown in his visions. The gathering of these other nations going into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, so on and so forth. Ezra seen these things. Yahweh Shai spoke of these things, and prophets have all together yearned for these things to happen, and we're living in those times now. So, yes, we're approaching some very trying and dire times, but, these signs, these signs are for us to keep going in the faith, to keep in the faith, and, that should build your faith. But anyway, this video is centered around Iran attacking Israel. The small hats, the tiny caps, it's a lot of words you can use to describe Amalek. But I'm gonna go ahead and start in this. This ain't gonna be too long, just flowing in the spirit with this. This is Matthew chapter 24, and I start at verse 6. Right, this is red letter which Yahweh Shai is speaking. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? This is exactly what this is, wars and rumors of wars. Now, obviously, it was an actual missile strike, right? But, this isn't the war to end all wars, for lack of better words. This isn't the war to end all wars. That's coming and it's approaching, but this ain't the war to end all wars. See that ye be not troubled, right? For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So you got little proxy wars, you got, Cold War, so on and so forth, but World War III will be fully in swing when the MOTB is mandated and established and pushed heavy. Right now is they dragging their feet, but, it's something that's very much around the corner. So, we ain't got too much longer. But, we have to still wait on prophecy. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And that's exactly what we're seeing. All of these heathens are even sick of their counterpart. Oh, actually, no, let me say it like this. Even Edomites are sick of their other Edomite counterparts. Americans don't even like they do and they don't, but you got a lot of American people waking up to the fact that those small hats over there are the reason why the earth the way it is now. You can even go something as small as the food. They compare this is a little side note, but they compare the ingredients into the things the small hats uses. Now, obviously, a lot of the food we eat is poison, but the small has less poison in their food, right? And then you come over here, you got at least 20 chemicals in something that you can make at your home with 6 ingredients, if that. But the point being is that everybody is waking up to the simple fact that these small hats are the problem in the earth. And it's been prophesied like that because, the son of perdition is being revealed. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that Esau, Edom, the Amalek, the chief tribe of Edom, or the Edomites, let me say it like that, the chief tribe of the Edomites, Amalek, has been shown to be what? That behind the scenes character that's making big moves, as they say. So this is exactly what we're seeing. But anyway, back in verse 7, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All of these are the beginning of sorrow. So yeah, these are the things that we're looking for. These are the beginning of sorrows. You got people fighting in our homeland, but you got people getting bombed out, stretched out, split apart, grinded up. You got some shit going on in our holy land. That's why the Lord we gotta restore the let me say the center of the world, as they say. But at the end of the day, this is exactly what we're seeing. This is exactly what we're witnessing with our own eyes. Prophets have had visions of this, but we're living in it. So we, seeing the end, and it's not tarrying. So from here, I'm gonna grab. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna grab Jeremiah. So this is Jeremiah chapter 50, and we used this precept today. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, and I start at just get straight to the point, verse 25. Because these nations are getting ready to war against Amalek, right? And the nations are getting ready to war against the other nations, but they primarily getting ready to war with Amalek. Because why? They see that Babylon hasn't done much good. They see the reaper causes of being in league with Babylon, using them to help, your country. But guess what? The things that they push out towards the people in your home country is destabilizing and messing up your economy. For example, right? The philosophies that America pushes out, that, women are better than men, women are supreme, and all of these other things, right? Now, those nations on the other side of the world, they have a sliver, let me say it like this, a sliver of some order, right? In those Middle Eastern nations, the women are covered up, they don't go against the authority of a man. They get that from us. But, dealing with Babylon, this is, what's that? Ain't that in this chapter? Give me 1 second. No, it ain't in this one. Actually, it's in Revelations, but it also, I think it is in Jeremiah. But anyway, I think that's 51. Yeah, it's in 51 and in Revelations. But the point being is that these nations are mad. Because why? America is going around, and and by America I mean Trump is going around, the head of America is going around, breaking treaties, breaking alliances, being bold and completely disrespectful for the regard of these other nations. But what? These nations are getting tired of it. These nations are literally saying to Babylon, we got a nuke too. We ready for it. And these nations sense that Babylon is weak. But anyway, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. The Lord Yahweh hath opened up his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation, which is the ICBMs, the nukes, right? Those missiles are going to be used to destroy America, Babylon the Great, and judge Esau, Edom. And this is primarily dealing with America. These nukes are going to completely take out America over here. And yes, there will be nukes shot around, but nukes are really going to be used on America, Babylon the Great. And not just that, you have Edomites and other nations, and we're going to, Lord willing, the hopeful elect, we will go around conquering you other heathen. So, but back in verse 25, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh, the host of the land of Chaldea. So yeah, this is what the Lord is going to do. He's going to judge the Edomites, the modern day Chaldeans, the modern day Assyrians, so on and so forth, are what? These Edomites. These Edomites are the problem. Amalek is the problem. So what? The Lord is going to be ready to use these ICBMs, right? No Golden Dome is going to protect them. That ain't going to work because the Lord has his fury in those missiles. He's going to guide those missiles to their specific target, and they're going to hit and not miss. So this is exactly what we're going to be witnessing. But we're witnessing Esau, Edom, empire crumble right before our eyes, and we're seeing it. Sirach 25:7, if I'm not mistaken. But we're seeing the downfall of our enemy. The elect are really going to see the elect are only now. Obviously, Jake. They got a little feel for. I was gonna say a feel. They can sense it a little bit, but they don't got it like the elect have it. The elect are going to properly see the downfall of our enemy. These 2/3 are only going to understand it from a worldly point of view. But the Lord is getting ready to judge you people, and by you people I mean you Edomites. And it's not going to be what's the word I want to use? I'm stuttering. Salakia. It's not going to be a coincidence. It's not going to be hard to believe. It's not going to be a secret no more that what you Amalekites. You Amalekites are the problem. And if y'all don't like it, y'all don't like it. But hey, this is exactly what... Actually, I grabbed that. Son of perdition. Because you... Actually, what's that in Thessalonians? Don't nobody like to be revealed, do y'all? Y'all don't like to be revealed. Y'all don't like to be told who's who and what's what. This is another thing, too. Actually, where is that? It's in Thessalonians somewhere. Son of perdition. Son... I can't spell, Salakia. Perdition. I can't spell. But this is one of the big things being that the Edomites, or the Amalekites primarily, wanted to hide about those. Even the Rothschilds or Rockefellers. But they said one of the worst things ever created was the internet. And why? Because the internet has found that a lot of the things that you Edomites said that had us believing for a long period of time has been false. I cannot get it. Let me see. Okay, you know what? Try this. 1 Thessalonians 5. No, it ain't 5. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. I gotta find this precept. Let me see. It's in Thessalonians. Damn, where would that be? So let me try. Let me do this. Okay. Yeah, okay. It was 2 Thessalonians. Okay, so this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition is what? This is Esau, Edom. This is who's being revealed to be the one that's the bad guy in the earth. For a while, well, obviously these other nations knew they experienced it new, but for Israelites, as Israelites, we was thinking, oh, well, the white man was our friend. But whole time, we found out that what? The so-called white man, which he's really red, right? Pursuant to that mark that was given on Cain. And even now, that's how you know Cain and Esau are the reincarnations. Because why? Esau in the reincarnation was red. He came out lighter skinned, right? His red being the blood showed forth through his skin. But also because the same thing as Cain did, Esau is doing now. So it's no coincidence. It's no, oh, well, who is this son of perdition? We know who that son of perdition is. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh. So a God complex. This is who this son of perdition is. This is exactly what he be doing in the last days. And is Esau Edom not doing that? Is the Amalekites are not doing that? They're literally saying and boasting, saying, "Oh, well, that damn devil. What is it? The bull weird damn Noval, however he says his name. It's like y'all butchered it, but he even said, we don't." Basically, your player phrase, and he said, "We don't need God. If it was a drought, we don't need God. We can make it rain." And that's how these Edomites think. These Edomites think that whatever they do, their inward thought shall be that their houses shall be, their inward thought that their houses shall last forever and ever, and name their generation after themselves. And that's exactly what they do. They go around acting as if they're so untouchable, but the Lord is having it to where you're very touchable. So I'm going to finish out this verse 4. For that is worshipped, or that is worships, right? So that he is, he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is God. So that's exactly what he do. He's in our homeland, sitting in our homeland, trying to be holy, right? Trying to act as if he's the people, as he is the chosen nation by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua. That's not the case. You got Pink City in the homeland. Come on now. You got Mose in the homeland running the show. You got, and it's just unjust. It's a lot of words that, that describe how the Edomites are, and they don't live up to the, let me see how should I word it? They don't live up to the reputation. They don't. They do. He's completely the opposite. He's completely the opposite. And we're seeing that now, and we're experiencing that at the end of the day, this is who is about to be brought down low. Let me see. Hammer the whole, let me grab that. Earth. Right. Good. This too. I'm going to close out with this one. I'll say, I cannot spell. Slovakia. Okay. You know what? Yep, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, right? And I should have studied at 23. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen. This is the judgment of Babylon the Great whore, America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. This is the judgment. All the nations are going to see the judgment of Babylon the Great. All these nations say how you be even in the kingdom, they're gonna say how you become weak as we. Everybody knows that America, Babylon the Great has lost their power. So everybody's getting nukes. Everybody's building up their arsenal to come against the big bad enemy, right? The number one enemy, America's most wanted, as they say. Damn. They cut the world's most wanted. The world most wanted criminal, the world most wanted heinous individual. We're seeing that. But Lord, when this video is edified, I'm going to close out by giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. And Lord, when this video is edified, and also next one. Shalom.